Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and we're looking at the Laco Navy Watches Valencia. This will be a full watch review. So here's a nice leather case it comes in. Nice and long, everything is spread out in here. It's kind of a unique case. So let's just get into the watch here. Let me zoom in. Now this is a Random Rob tour watch. I spent a little bit of time with it, and I will be uploading another video here as well. After this, I'll do a strap show, put it on some different straps, and that's important, which I'll go over in a minute here. If you haven't already watched my unboxing video, then you may not know what the issue is with this watch on my wrist. So, well, let's just talk about that right off the bat. So the negative for this watch, not the watch itself, but the strap is too big for my wrist. So let me go over the specs, and then I'll show you that on the wrist shot here. So the watch itself, this is a 42 millimeter watch case. The lug to lug on it is 50 millimeter. Thickness is 12. It looks thicker than that, but it's actually not. It's just because of the slab-sided profile of this. It just goes, the same profile all the way up. Makes it look thicker than it is. And lug to lug on this is 20. Sorry, lug width is 20 millimeter on this. Right here on the watch, you can see it says made in Germany. However, it does have a Japanese Miyota movement. So I think made in Germany, the terms are a little looser than in the US, where I don't know exactly how much of it needs to be made in the US, but a lot more of it than in Germany for it to be called made in USA versus made in Germany. It is a stainless steel case, and the movement, this is Miyota movement. This is the Miyota 821A, and some of the specs I looked up online said this was a hacking movement, but it clearly is not a hacking movement. I have the crown pulled all the way out. As you can see, the second hand is still moving. It is, however, hand winding. And as you notice, this is just a push-pull crown. It's not a screw-down crown. It is actually rather large crown size. This is 8 millimeter. I think that's just a throwback to a manual winding movement. It'd be a great size for a manual wind. You get it wound up nice and quick. So let's look at the movement here. You can also read on the case back, it says all stainless steel, sapphire, crystal. It does have sapphire on the back and the front. This is a flat crystal. It does not appear to have any AR coating, which is fine for a flat crystal. You don't necessarily need it for a flat crystal. Not sure if you can see some of my studio lights in the background there or not. And there you can see that one. So it's a good looking watch. I actually like the looks of this watch. It's too big for me. I would prefer to see I'd really like to see the 39 millimeter. I think that'll fit my wrist great. Also, as you can see, it does have a date window there. Today is not the 13th. I don't know what day it is anymore. So, anyway, I have not been wearing this watch. See, the hands are black, has black hands. The numerals, all the printing are all black. This is a full lume dial. It is C3 Super Luminova. The strap I previously mentioned, this is a brown calf strap. It is 20 millimeter, tapering down to 18. Maybe that's German for cow leather. I don't know. And you can see Laco is printed on there. So if you don't know, Laco is one of the 5 brands that supplied pilot watches to the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe. See, it was Laco, Stova, Wempe, A. Lang and Zona, and I believe IWC. I think those are the 5. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's the 5 watches. Oh, something else I noticed is this case back is pressed on. I was just expecting it to be a screw down case back. I really was not expecting a pressed on case back for a watch in this price. It's about $440 when I checked online. Sorry, I was just looking at the movement there, the Miyota. So yeah. But anyway, even though it's a pressed on case back, it is water resistant to 50 meter, which is fine for everyday use. Washing hands, rain, all that. So you don't have to worry about it getting damaged. So let me get this on wrist. Also, since this is a full lume dial and I still have the Zelo Swordfish, figured I'd put it on for the occasion. So let me get this on wrist and I'll show you the issue with this strap. I don't think I've run in, actually, you know, I did run into this issue on another watch, on my Gekkoda Pilot's watch, which I still need to do a review on that one. But anyway, I would need a hole about somewhere up there, so maybe 2 more holes would get this on my wrist. So let me put it on the last hole position. So as you can see, I can, let me get this on here straight. I can fit 2 fingers through there easily. Just really loose. So let me pull this down from below, and you can see it doesn't really fit my wrist all that well either. The lugs, they don't technically overhang, but they do kind of pop up, and you can see daylight on both sides of those lugs. Maybe if I zoom out, you can see that a little better. Maybe not, I don't know. But my my wristband is actually 52 millimeter, and I have a 6.5 inch wrist. And again, the lug to lug on this is 50. It's just a tad bit too big for me. It doesn't help that this is all dial either. I mean, the bezel is very thin as compared to my SKX here. This is also a 42 millimeter watch, but I think the dial on this is about 30 if I remember correctly, versus, gee, I don't know, maybe 38 for this, just for the crystal size. Actually, I still have my calipers here. See, I did the wrist shot, so let me get these calipers out. Kind of distracting myself here. So yeah, that's about 37.5. Let me zoom back in. And SKX is probably, well, so it's somewhere around 32.5. I'm just measuring the inside of the bezel here. I'm not necessarily measuring the crystal. So just to get you an idea, I think that's 5 millimeter different, if I remember what the other measurement was. So let's just do the Loom Shot. And before I get into the loom, if you could please subscribe if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it. Comment, please leave a comment, and like the video. That would be great. All right, I'll pause the video and I'll be right back with the Loom Shot. Well, not many watches can put Seiko Lumibrite to shame, but the Zelo Swordfish and the Laco Valencia definitely are outshining the Seiko right now. Yeah, just looking at it by eye here. That full lume dial on the Laco is definitely impressive. Not sure how long it'll last for, but it looks good. It's a good looking watch overall. It's just a tad bit too big for me. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.